This is not over, not even close. While you are still shoveling out from nearly 4 feet of snow in some places, another storm is already heading your way right now. And at minute 3 and 20 seconds of this video, I am going to tell you exactly which cities are going to get slammed hardest in the next 10 days. Stay with me because this information could change your weekend plans, your travel plans, and your safety. Let us start with what just happened because the scale of this disaster is unlike anything most Americans have seen in their lifetimes. The blizzard of 2026, officially known as Winter Storm Hernando, made history from February 22nd through February 24th. Providence, Rhode Island was buried under 37.9 inches of snow. That is over 3 feet in less than 48 hours. Whitman, Massachusetts recorded 33.7 inches. North Stonington, Connecticut hit 30.8 inches. New York City received over 19 inches, making it the 9th largest snowfall in the city, ES recorded history going all the way back to 1869. New Jersey saw 30.7 inches statewide. Pennsylvania recorded 22.1 inches. Maryland saw 16 inches. Virginia, 14 inches. Governors in 8 states declared states of emergency. New Jersey Governor Mickey Sherrill declared a state of emergency for all 21 counties. New York City issued a full travel ban, closing all bridges, highways, and streets from 9 o'clock Sunday night through noon Monday. More than 6,500 flights were delayed across the country. Over 3,300 flights were canceled entirely. Amtrak suspended rail service along the entire Northeast Corridor. Rhode Island STF Green International Airport shut down completely. Wind gusts in Wellfleet, Massachusetts reached 98 miles per hour, the kind of wind you see in a Category 2 hurricane. Hundreds of thousands of homes and businesses lost power. Many are still without it right now. But here is the part that is going to shock you. And pay close attention, because this is the part that matters for you right now, wherever you are in this country. It is not over. Right now, as of today, February 25th, another clipper system is already diving down through the Great Lakes, and it is heading straight for the northeast. Not as powerful as the blizzard, but it does not need to be. These areas already have 3 feet of snow on the ground. Any additional accumulation creates extreme danger, especially for rooftops, for elderly residents still shoveling, and for roads that have not fully been cleared yet. Here is the timing you need to know. Tonight, Tuesday night, that clipper system pushes across the Great Lakes. Tomorrow, Wednesday the 26th, snow arrives in Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and New York. New York City and Boston should expect around 1 inch. Providence and surrounding areas could pick up an additional 2 inches. Across Pennsylvania and upstate New York, expect a general 1 to 3 inches. But here is the twist. If lake effect bands set up downwind of Lakes Erie and Ontario, some spots near Buffalo, New York, Rochester, New York, and Syracuse, New York could see close to 6 inches on top of what is already there. Up in Michigan's Upper Peninsula near Newberry, totals could reach 6 inches as well. Northern Michigan near Gaylord and Sheboygan, 2 to 4 inches. Eastern Ohio, 1 to 2 inches in spots. West Virginia, isolated snow showers possible. Central Ohio, light snow is possible. For most of the Northeast, this clipper will feel like a 1-2 punch. It will hit fast, move out quickly, and leave behind brutal cold. Now do not go anywhere, because at minute 5, I am going to break down what the models are showing for an even bigger storm signal developing for early March. But first, let me tell you what is happening in the rest of the country right now, because while the Northeast is buried in snow, another extreme weather event is unfolding across the South and West. Drop a comment below and tell me what city or state you are in. We are tracking weather for over 250 cities across this country, and I want to make sure you have the forecast specific to your location. Here is something that very few people are talking about. While the Northeast freezes, cities like Dallas, Texas, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Denver, Colorado, and even Sioux Falls, South Dakota are about to experience temperatures that are 20 to 30 degrees above average for this time of year. We are talking spring-like readings in the 60s and even low 70s across the central and southern plains by this weekend. That creates a 100-degree temperature spread across the United States. Think about that. Near zero temperatures in Providence, Rhode Island, and 70 degrees in Dallas, Texas at the exact same time. Chicago, Illinois, cold and unsettled midweek, then warming heading into the weekend. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, similar pattern, snow possible Wednesday, then a warming trend. Minneapolis, Minnesota, dangerously cold wind chills early in the week, single-digit highs possible, wind chills near 20 below zero. Des Moines, Iowa, cold midweek, then a significant warm-up. Indianapolis, Indiana, 1 to 2 inches of snow possible, Wednesday, then warmer. Columbus, Ohio, light snow possible Wednesday, then improving conditions. Cleveland, Ohio, lake effect snow bands possible through Thursday, then gradual warming. Detroit, Michigan, snow through Wednesday, then a pattern flip. Cincinnati, Ohio, light snow possible, then a rapid warm-up. Louisville, Kentucky, mostly rain and cold rain by the weekend, above average temperatures returning. Nashville, Tennessee, above average temperatures developing by Friday. Memphis, Tennessee, warm and dry conditions developing. St. Louis, Missouri, slight snow chances midweek, then spring-like weather. Kansas City, Missouri, warming trend underway, temperatures well above average by the weekend. Omaha, Nebraska, similar to Kansas City, above average temperatures returning. Wichita, Kansas, warm and dry, well above average temperatures. Tulsa, Oklahoma, spring-like conditions developing, above average precipitation possible by early March. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, warm and dry for the rest of February. Dallas, Texas, 65 to 70 degrees possible by the weekend, extremely low humidity, fire weather watch conditions possible. Fort Worth, Texas, same as Dallas, high fire danger. Houston, Texas, warm and relatively dry. San Antonio, Texas, above average temperatures. Austin, Texas, spring-like and dry. El Paso, Texas, hot and dry, record high temperatures possible. Albuquerque, New Mexico, dry and warm, extreme drought conditions. Phoenix, Arizona, temperatures climbing near 90 degrees, record heat possible. Tucson, Arizona, hot and dry. Las Vegas, Nevada, warm and very dry. Los Angeles, California, dry conditions continuing in the south, fire risk remains elevated. San Diego, California, warm and mostly dry. Sacramento, California, heavy rain and mountain snow continuing from the Pineapple Express moisture train. San Francisco, California, significant rainfall, Bay Area flood watch possible. Portland, Oregon, heavy rain continuing. Seattle, Washington, heavy rain and lowland flooding possible. Boise, Idaho, mountain snow heavy in higher elevations. Salt Lake City, Utah, active mountain snowfall, lower elevations mostly dry. Denver, Colorado, warm and dry, temperatures climbing into the upper 50s, which is well above average for late February. Colorado Springs, Colorado, above average, dry conditions. Billings, Montana, cold but warming trend developing. Great Falls, Montana, below average temperatures, but the warm-up is coming. Fargo, North Dakota, dangerous wind chills possible, below zero temperatures. Bismarck, North Dakota, similar to Fargo, extremely cold midweek. Sioux Falls, South Dakota, cold midweek, then a significant warm-up. Rapid City, South Dakota, cold but trending warmer. Green Bay, Wisconsin, snow and cold midweek, then warmer. Madison, Wisconsin, snow possible Wednesday, then improving. Duluth, Minnesota, dangerous wind chills this week. Rochester, Minnesota, cold and unsettled. Eau Claire, Wisconsin, snow possible. Marquette, Michigan, significant lake effect snow continuing. Traverse City, Michigan, snow continuing. Grand Rapids, Michigan, 1 to 3 inches possible. Lansing, Michigan, light snow. Ann Arbor, Michigan, light snow possible. Toledo, Ohio, light snow and wind. Akron, Ohio, 1 to 2 inches possible. Youngstown, Ohio, 1 to 2 inches, lake effect possible. Erie, Pennsylvania, heavy lake effect snow possible, 3 to 6 inches downwind of Lake Erie. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 1 to 2 inches, then improving. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, dusting to 1 inch from the Wednesday clipper, then improving by the weekend. Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, 1 to 2 inches Wednesday. Allentown, Pennsylvania, 1 to 2 inches. Scranton, Pennsylvania, 1 to 3 inches. Williamsport, Pennsylvania, 1 to 2 inches. State College, Pennsylvania, 1 to 2 inches. Baltimore, Maryland, mostly a dusting from the Wednesday clipper. Washington, District of Columbia, mostly a dusting or a flurry, temperatures warming this weekend. Richmond, Virginia, cold but mostly dry. Norfolk, Virginia, mostly dry. Virginia Beach, Virginia, mostly dry and cold early week. Roanoke, Virginia, cold and mostly dry. Raleigh, North Carolina, dry and cold. Charlotte, North Carolina, dry and near average temperatures. Greensboro, North Carolina, cold and dry. Durham, North Carolina, similar. Wilmington, North Carolina, cool and dry. Asheville, North Carolina, cold, Some light snow possible at elevation. Knoxville, Tennessee, cold early then rapidly warming. Chattanooga, Tennessee, warming trend. Atlanta, Georgia, well above average temperatures developing by the weekend. Birmingham, Alabama, warming trend, above average temperatures. Montgomery, Alabama, warm and dry. Mobile, Alabama, warm and dry. Jackson, Mississippi, above average temperatures. Gulfport, Mississippi, warm. New Orleans, Louisiana, warm and dry but extreme drought conditions remain. Baton Rouge, Louisiana, similar to New Orleans. Shreveport, Louisiana, warm and dry. Little Rock, Arkansas, warm developing but extreme drought conditions remain a serious concern. Fayetteville, Arkansas, warm and dry. Springfield, Missouri, above average temperatures developing. Columbia, Missouri, warming trend. Lexington, Kentucky, above average temperatures returning by the weekend. Frankfort, Kentucky, similar. Huntsville, Alabama, warming trend after a cold start to the week. Columbia, South Carolina, warming and dry. Greenville, South Carolina, mostly dry and cold early, then warming. Charleston, South Carolina, mostly dry, temperatures warming. Savannah, Georgia, warm and dry. Jacksonville, Florida, warm, but an unusual storm signal is developing that could bring heavy rain to Central and South Florida by this weekend from an unexpected direction. Orlando, Florida, heavy rain possible by late week, minor flooding possible. Tampa, Florida, heavy rain signal developing for the weekend. Miami, Florida, heavy rain possible. Fort Lauderdale, Florida, heavy rain signal. West Palm Beach, Florida, possible rain by the weekend. Tallahassee, Florida, rain and storms possible. Gainesville, Florida, heavy rain possible. Fort Myers, Florida, heavy rain possible, and this area is still recovering from past hurricane damage, so flooding could become a significant concern. Albuquerque, New Mexico, hot and dry, extreme to exceptional drought. Santa Fe, New Mexico, hot and dry, extreme drought. Flagstaff, Arizona, dry, high fire danger. Provo, Utah, snow in the mountains, mostly dry in the valley. Ogden, Utah, similar to Provo. Reno, Nevada, some rain possible from the Pineapple Express. Fresno, California, heavy rainfall continuing. Bakersfield, California, some rain possible. Long Beach, California, dry and warm. Riverside, California, dry. Anaheim, California, dry and warm. Stockton, California, heavy rain possible. Modesto, California, heavy rain and flooding possible. Spokane, Washington, mountain snow heavy, some valley snow possible. Tacoma, Washington, heavy rain. Eugene, Oregon, heavy rain and wind. Medford, Oregon, rain and mountain snow. Anchorage, Alaska, active weather pattern continuing. Fairbanks, Alaska, extreme cold. Juneau, Alaska, heavy rain and wind. Honolulu, Hawaii. The Pineapple Express is pulling moisture from Hawaii and sending it toward the Pacific Northwest. This is the pipeline fueling all that rain in California and Oregon right now. Now let me take you to the big story that very few people are paying attention to right now, and this is the part I promised you at the beginning of this video. Here is the twist that almost nobody is talking about. By the time we reach March 5th through March 10th, this entire weather pattern is going to flip. And the areas that have been bone dry and desperate for rain, including North Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Missouri, Tennessee, Kentucky, and the Ohio Valley, are going to see something remarkable. Heavy rainfall is coming. The Climate Prediction Center is already highlighting this as a high confidence signal for above average precipitation in that region during that time frame. We could be talking about flash flooding, especially across North Texas, Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Little Rock, Memphis, Nashville, Louisville, and up into the Cincinnati and Columbus area. This is the transition everyone has been waiting for. La Nina is weakening fast. As that happens, the subtropical jet stream wakes up and starts pulling Gulf moisture northward. That warm, moist air collides with the cold air still lurking in Canada, and that clash is what spins up major storm systems. Think thunderstorms, think flash flooding, think potential severe weather across the south. But what happens to the Northeast during this period? Here is where it gets serious. The polar jet is still firing, northwest flow off Canada is still active, and that means more snow for New England, the Mid-Atlantic, and New York by March 6th and 7th. On top of everything they already have, we could be talking an additional 8 to 10 to 12 inches of new snow in parts of New England and the Mid-Atlantic during that early March timeframe. That is not a guarantee, but the signal is consistent enough that you need to start planning now. And here's the other thing I need you to understand. This is not just weather. This is an ongoing disaster situation across much of this country. Western states have recorded 16 avalanche deaths in 2026 already, and the season is not over. Drought conditions are at extreme to exceptional levels across Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Florida, and much of the Four Corners region. Any wildfire ignition in the southern plains or southwest between now and that March pattern flip could become catastrophic with humidity levels this low and winds this strong. The combination of record snow in the northeast and record heat and drought in the southwest happening simultaneously is a sign of just how extreme and amplified this weather pattern has become. Here is your bottom line by location. Northeast from Washington to Boston. More snow is coming Wednesday, then a brief break, then watch for another major storm signal around March 6th and 7th. Great Lakes and Midwest. Clipper impacts. Wednesday, lake effect snow continuing, then a pattern flip to above average temperatures by the weekend. Southern Plains and Southeast, warm, dry, and dangerous fire conditions through the end of February, then a dramatic shift to heavy rainfall and possible flooding between March 5th and March 10th. Southwest and desert. Extreme heat and drought conditions, no relief in sight until at least mid-March. Pacific Northwest and Northern California, heavy rain and mountain snow continuing through the end of the month, flooding concerns remain. Now for the major outdoor events happening across America in late February, here is what you need to know. If you are attending any outdoor festivals, NASCAR races, college basketball games, outdoor concerts, or any outdoor events in the Northeast or Great Lakes this week, conditions are going to be dangerous Wednesday, and you need to check with event organizers before you go. Ice on parking lots and walkways from the blizzard combined with fresh snow from the Wednesday Clipper will create extremely hazardous conditions. For events in the Southern Plains and Southwest, conditions are favorable, but fire danger is extreme, and outdoor events should have emergency plans in place. For events in Florida, watch closely as a heavy rain signal is developing for the weekend that could impact any outdoor events from Orlando southward. I want to make sure every single one of you watching this has the forecast for your city. Comment below and tell me your city and state. I am tracking over 250 cities, and I will get back to you. This weather situation is evolving rapidly, and I will have a full update for you very soon. Do not miss the next video, because what I am seeing in the models for the week of March 9th through March 15th is something you absolutely need to see. There is a signal developing that could impact virtually every region of this country at the same time. And I will be breaking that down in full detail. Make sure you hit subscribe so you do not miss that update. Stay safe, stay warm.